Welcome to the Tuesday Tuesday version of LinkedIn Live's Inspirational Interruptions Personal Branding Week. And today's going to be short and sweet because this message is needed to hear by a lot of people. And I've been working with some people lately on speaker coaching, but when we talk a little bit more about their brand, we talk about how we're identifying what a utopian audience looks like. And so what I mean by that is a lot of people will, they get into speaking or they get into business and they're like, oh, I've got this thing that will serve everybody. Anybody can use my product and everybody can use my product. And that's fantastic. But there are a lot of people out there. There are billions of people in the world. And so would you rather try to reach billions of people, or would you rather try to focus in on the ones that you can be specialized in? And why that's different. I worked with attorneys for a long time that they wanted to market all of these things that they could do. And that's great. And it casts a bigger net. But what is the difference between being a specialist and a generalist? And why is being a specialist better than being a generalist? A couple different things here. So being a generalist allows you to offer a variety of solutions and services. That's great. Again, it casts a bigger net. You have a higher chance of grabbing more clients, a higher quantity of clients. Probably you're not going to be able to serve them on the depth that you're going to want to serve them to command a price that is worth what the perceived value to your client. So if you're doing all of these things and you're on this surface level of offering because you're doing lots of things, that is not going to bring you a whole lot of joy. It's not going to bring you the rates and the commanding price that you want to bring because you're doing all these things. Think about Target. Target doesn't charge a whole lot for things because they've got everything. They've got a little bit of everything, and so they keep prices up here. Now, if you go to a specialist store, you're going to pay more. You're going to pay more for a higher quality, less quantity. The demand is still going to be there for furniture or clothes or whatever you're going to look for, but you're going to pay more because it's a specialized store. Same thing with your services or your business. If you're offering something that is very specific and very unique and very deep in quality, you're able to charge more. You could take on fewer clients but charge more. So think about how your day goes along. If you're serving, let's just say for discussion numbers, so let's say you've got 100 clients in your database. You're working with 100 clients and you're serving them as a generalist. You're going to be doing a variety of different things, and you're not going to be able to focus on the depth of service for any of them because you're just trying to basically keep your head afloat here. But if you've got, let's say, 25 clients, and oh, by the way, those generalist costs, those generalist prices that you're charging are going to be a lot higher, higher up here, but lower price because you're generalizing things. Now, if you become known for something specific, something deep, you've got a wealth of knowledge in an area, you will have fewer clients, but you'll be able to charge more because you're perceived as an expert. And so it really depends on what you want to have from a workload standpoint, from a depth of relationship standpoint too, because if you have all of these generalist clients, you're not able to dive really deep on the relationship because, again, you're scrambling just to keep your calendar going and keep up with all the appointments that you've got and all the things that you're doing. So from a quality of day standpoint, from a cost perspective or a rate perspective, being a specialist is a lot easier. It is a lot less taxing on your mental space. It's a lot less taxing on your physical space as well because you're not trying to take on too much. From a personal brand standpoint, now a lot of people will talk about, well, I don't want to be known for one thing because what if people don't need the one thing? Well, there's a discussion to be had there because if you're focusing on something that is not it's not market driven, it's not a service that your clients want, you may need to be rethinking how you position yourself. If I'm saying, hey, look, I've got some, I'm going to open up a VHS store and that's going to be my thing, and I'm going to serve this clientele. There may be a demand for it, but it's probably not driven by the market. So if you're being known as a specialist, if you go this route and say, I want to be known for this one thing, I want to become an expert in this, I want to become the in-demand individual for this service or this product, that is an easier brand to carry because, number one, it's easier for you to market yourself and provide that service on a quality level. Number two, think about the last time you recommended somebody for a specific service. Number one, you could remember what service they provided, what specific service they provided. Now, if you've got somebody who's a generalist, hey, I know that they do these things, but I'm not sure exactly if they're the right fit for you. It's hard to recommend a generalist. It's hard to say, well, I know they do marketing, but I don't know what specifically they do. But if you are let's just say you're a LinkedIn expert, somebody can come to you, if somebody's looking for a LinkedIn expert, you could say, well, the journalist, I think they probably do LinkedIn, but I'm not sure. I'm sure they do, since they do social media or online presence. But if you go and say, oh, no, absolutely, Rich is a LinkedIn expert, you got to go talk to him, that's an easier conversation to have. And that individual that's recommending you also is going to be positioning you as the expert. That person who's coming to you as a potential client is probably going to be anticipating paying a higher rate, getting a deeper level of knowledge, and better results from you, as opposed to, well, I could probably put a Band-Aid on it. Same thing as doctors, right? You wouldn't go to a generalist doctor if you had a torn ACL. You're going to go to an orthopedist. They're a specific doctor for the thing that you need, and you know that they're going to take care of that specific need. You can go to a generalist, but they're probably going to recommend you to that specialist. So again, the fear of being a specialist is warranted. We all want to be wanted by as many clients as possible. We all want to have this thriving business that really is driving revenue and busyness and branding, and the incoming traffic of potential leads. Your pipeline is full because you can do all the things. You could go that route. Or you could say, I want a full pipeline of people that fit my utopian audience, the people that I want to be serving, and I want to be doing the thing that I want to do the most. When you have that kind of dedication to your specialty, you're going to find the clients. The clients are going to find you. There's going to be opportunity and there's going to be work to be had. But you've got to position yourself as such. So think about how you're carrying your brand forward today. Are you marketing yourself as a generalist? And that's okay, but it comes with, a wider variety of services, a little bit lack of depth of knowledge and quality of service specific to specific needs. Think about the generalist versus the orthopedist. And you're not going to be commanding the rates that you probably want. Or are you now focusing on being a specialist? Something that you can do specifically, something that you can offer that's unique, something that you have a depth of knowledge on, and that you can solve a specific problem for a client. So pick a side. There's no wrong answer here. I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but it really just depends on what your goals are. It depends on what you want to do. It depends on what kind of day you want to have. Do you want to have a day where you're scrambling to fill your pipeline with just general services, or do you want to focus on that quality and depth and higher rate pipeline because you're specializing in something? So make that determination today. Sit on one side or the other and try it out for a while. And spend your time saying, like, this is what I want to be known in. And if you're a generalist and you want to be a specialist, pick something that you want to do. Pick a service that you want to provide. Pick a problem that you want to solve. And the most important thing when going down the route of specialty, especially, generalist as well, but specific to specialty, is what is your utopian client? Who is that person? What do they look like? What do they do? What are the problems that they have? What are the solutions that you want to provide them? What are the topics you want to be talking about? Visualize and write down who that client is. When you can put that into words, when you can describe what your utopian pipeline and your utopian client list looks like, your path to success becomes a lot easier because you can match the brand to the demand of that specific client. So, focus number one, generalist or specialist. Number two, if you're going to go to the route of specialist, what are you providing? Why is it different? And who are you serving? And three, communicate that to the market. Say, I want to be known as this expert. I want to be known as the person that solves this problem. I want to be known for this specific service that I want to be doing all day, every day. Again, there's no wrong answer here, but it's really up to you. So today's exercise, focus in on those things. Focus in on how you're specializing or generalizing. Focus on what services you're providing, why they're unique, and how you're communicating to the market. Because again, If you're telling me that you do something specific and special, then it's easier for me to convey and listen for your utopian audience as well, so that I can make recommendations, I can make referrals. Same thing with your network. The more that they understand what you do specifically and who you do it for specifically, they can be listening for you in that sense. I have people that do very specific things that are in my network that I know that if I hear somebody say, oh, this is, I'm looking for this solution, I can make a recommendation right away because I know exactly what they do. And I know that that path is going to lead to success for that individual. So that is up to you. Again, happy Tuesday. Again, there's no wrong there's no wrong answer here. Just fumbling over words. There's no wrong answer here. There's no wrong path here. It just is up to you to figure out how you want to live your days every day professionally, and what you want to be spending your time on and what you want to be spending your energy on. So happy Tuesday. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. Hope you're healthy and happy, and looking forward to more personal branding content later on this week. I'm going to be talking a little bit about a new offering that I've got towards the end of the week, so you don't want to miss that. I've got my own specific specialty that I'm going to be offering starting on Friday. So tune in. Hope you have a wonderful day today. We'll see you next time.